What up, y'all? I'm back with the 31st installment of the Albums I Recommend series. I thought the previous video that I had done, and I mean literally the previous video, not just the last installment of the series. I thought it was the 29th, but it was the 30th. So here we go with the 31st. I have 10 projects per usual, and let's go ahead and get right into it. The first project I'm talking about is Kota the Friend with Statik Selektah with To See a Sunset. Now this has been like one of a few over the past couple of years or so that Kota the Friend and Statik Selektah have um, collab projects that they've done. Kota the Friend, if you don't know who Kota is a more underground. He's more in that scene. He's has a not a monotone delivery, but um, it's almost distinct in a way because I know it's him with the voice and the delivery. So in that sense, it's distinct, but it's not exactly so in that sense it's the most unique, but at the same time it's not exactly something where like if you like I'd say Bodie James not to a point of like Bodie James, but to the extent that it's similar to his delivery. If you like Bodie James or know who that is, in a way Kota's delivery is like that. And as far as Statik Selektah goes, Statik Selektah, if you don't know who that is, I mean, man, honestly, my first real intro to Statik was that song that he had. Um, Joey Badass and Freddie Gibbs were featured on it. It might have been called Carry On that I want to say. I remember that shit from like what 8, 9 years ago. But yeah, this is like I said, one of a few that they've collab projects that they've had over the past couple of years. To Kill a Sunrise that dropped in 2021. Did they drop anything actually? Okay, so this might actually be the only. This might be the second collab project. Okay, it's the second collab project that they've done. So it's not the first of a few. But yeah, it's a cool project overall, though. I found myself liking. I mean, I didn't necessarily dislike a track on here, but I hit like on 4 out of the 10 tracks. So yeah, I still definitely recommend it. Now the next project I'm talking about is Nimlo and Statik Selektah's project. Was it X? Hold on right here. But yeah, Statik Selektah once again, so I don't have to go over what the heck this. I don't have to go over him again. Nimlo was an artist who what at least since like 2018, maybe 2017, I've been up on Nimlo is at least as far as hearing his name, seeing him featured on projects. This is the first project I know I've checked a project of his out first, but this is the first one where it's like um, it's gonna be more memorable this time around. That's what I'll say. And I found myself liking really 3 out of the 9 tracks. Again, not disliking any, but the tracks like "A Kid from the Town" and "I Love the Game." Uh, Fantastic. Absolutely love them. And again, Nimlo's more on the underground scene. This next project I'm talking about is Chester Watson with Fish Don't Climb Trees. Now, with this project, it's kind of wavy, but I don't mean in the wavy, sunny, let's go party, let's go riding type of way. Not in like on some Max B shit, but more so on some reflective type of wavy, like venting, that type of thing. That's what I mean. And the sound, it gives that reflective vibe, and then Chester comes in to match that with tracks like, well, shoot, he comes to match it with tracks like, well, Fish Don't Climb Trees, the title track, Money and Love, I Feel Alive, Spirits, and Mirrors. And I'd heard Chester's name before. I forget from where. When I first saw it, I was like, that name sounds familiar. Uh, but yeah, next project I'm talking about is the God Fahim with Chess Moves. So the God Fahim is another underground artist who he really has a very distinct delivery. Like, once the first time you hear him, you might go, "Who the fuck is this?" And then, like, you might be like, "Is he like is this on purpose? Like, is he like adding on? Like, is he with his delivery? Is he just doing the most? Is he doing extra? Like, does he actually sound like this?" And this is how that brother sounds on the mic. Dudes be hating. Motherfuckers be hating. I mean, I'm not the most consistent listener of the God Fahim, and I mean, in a sense, I am because I check out pretty much every project. But he's not on, honestly, as much as he should be because Fahim goes hard. But yeah, the God Fahim, another underground artist. The project's called Chess Moves, and my favorite track off of the project would would, mm, uh, probably The Fog. I think that was the track. And now that I think about it, one of the tracks from that project is one of my favorites of the year. It's at least in my playlist. Hope, let me find it. Yeah, definitely. I definitely recommend that you check that project out. Here we go. No, not 2022, but yeah, the Dark Saga. The Dark Saga featuring Nico JP. Just how, I mean, it was titled the title's perfect, especially dark being in there because this is a dark beat that's addicting. Like that piano, like that slow creeping piano that is just it's brooding up to nothing because it's looped, but it's just like it's addicting. It's honestly it's addicting. Now the next project I'm talking about is Won't He Do It by Conway the Machine. This was like one of the most anticipated projects, not just for me, uh, but from hip hop, it seems, or at least in this realm of hip hop, who would know who Conway is, or if you, to the extent that he's still unknown, being with Griselda and M and everything. Um, but it was anticipated because of the project that Conway dropped last year, which is one of my favorites of the year, and that it was titled "Won't He Do It?" Because I feel like he's had this project like in the works for a year or two now. It was the title that made me go, "This is the project that we've been waiting on, right?" And it's cool. It's not as good as the one from last year, but it's still fine. Conway is still that nigga. Make no mistake about it. And yeah, so shout out to Con, shout out to Griselda. Now the next project I'm talking about is Mini Mansion Dust 6 from Estee Nack. Estee Nack is a cold, hard, rugged individual. Like the beats he chooses are cold. He's cold. I mean, like you know that brother's from the old school, even though he is more known these days. You know he comes from the old school as far as what he grew up on, who he was probably with in his younger days when he was just coming up. Because he's another one of these cats like guys like Conway who have been around for a minute and a minute before that, but over the last 6, 7 years of getting their roses. Same thing with a guy like Ransom, Benny, of course West Side. So all of freaking Griselda. Heck, my boy Rome Streets too. Shout out. But yeah, if you're into shit, coke rap, street shit, get into this. Like if you like Boldy, Griselda, check this project out. Absolutely. The next project I'm talking about is Resilience from Big Boss Vette or Betty. I hope I'm saying this sister's name right or her alias. At least that vet. I hope I'm saying that right. Um, This is for the slay queens. This is for the badass bitches. That's who this project is for. Uh, and I fuck with it. Like when I first saw, I didn't think that when I saw the alias, I didn't think that they were, well, that she was a she. I thought it was a brother or just some dude, but no, this is a sister, and I fuck with her, and I recommend that you check it out because I think you'll fuck with it. Now, the next project I'm talking about is Bunny by Beach Fossils, and this is a project for y'all who are into dream pop, shoegaze, twee pop, indie rock, that type of stuff. Definitely check this out because it's that kind of melancholy music. Like if you like Daywave, definitely check this project out. But like I said, melancholy, twee pop, indie rock, all that stuff. If you're into that, check this project out. Now the next project I'm talking about is a metal project, or from a grindcore, death metal band, Exhumed, who I've heard about before. Um, and the first time I heard of them, they've been around for a while, but the first time I heard about them was like in 2016 from an OG, a metalhead OG. Well, not from work, but from my old job. He told me about them. And this is not the first project of theirs that I'm checking out, but it's probably going to be the most memorable, and it's a reminder to go back and go further into their catalog. And the last project I'm talking about is an EP from Pro Era member Nyck with NyckS Tape. This is a 7-track, 17-minute project that really what I can say is if you're a hip hopper, check this project out. And that's like something you could say for like all of them. Chuck Strangers, Nick, Joey, all the brothers. Rest in peace, Steez. You could say that about any of them, but uh, just because we're talking about this project in particular, yeah, if you're a hip hopper, if you're a hip hop head, I mean, and I don't mean in the cringy way, but if you're a hip hop purist, check this project out definitely because it'll be up your alley. Um, and that's pretty much it. Those are the 10 projects. And let me know what you think about these projects if you've heard them. If you haven't heard them, of course, I definitely recommend that you check them out. And of course, let me know what you think about Leave albums or projects below that you think I should check out. Who knows? Maybe I'll mess around and review one. And that has happened before. For somebody, it wasn't even a comment. It was somebody like I remember it was on Twitter years ago. I think it was Professional Rapper by Lil Dicky. That album, his debut album. I don't know if it's still his only album. Somebody recommended somebody. I know exactly who it was. They're probably not watching, but I know exactly who it was. They recommended it, and yeah, I actually ended up fucking with the project. They told it to me as a joke. They thought I wouldn't even listen to it, right? And I ended up actually liking it. I remember giving it an 8 out of 10 just because of how much I liked it. Haven't listened to it before, but off that first listen or those first couple of few listens, I give that shit an 8 out of 10. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you like this video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and like the content that you see. Check the description because all links that might be of some kind of importance or whatever to you will be down there. That's it. Thank y'all for watching. Love every single one of you, and I will see y'all next time.